Okay? I mean, most people in the Western world would have probably killed themselves by now living in Haiti. But you have people with pride, even though they're poor. I don't think that part gets publicized. Okay? The fact that what spirit is driving these people that will allow them to stay so strong in the minimum of means. No one even examined that or even look into that. You understand? But that should be examined. These people are very special. And they actually play a prominent part in prophecy at this time. And no one is looking into that. Only thing is being publicized is poor people dying. But why do they aim so much destruction towards these people? These people must be important if America goes through so much to keep them poor. Okay? But we're going to get to that. I don't want to, put the cart before the horse. What I want to talk about is some of the stories you've discussed with us. Some of the things you've experienced yourself. Okay? And some of the stories you've experienced through your families. Okay? Like, you was telling me what it means, according to Haitians, what it means to be a man. According to, in Haiti. Now, we're going to step outside the world and what they're publicizing. We want you to take us into Haiti, and you give us your vision of Haiti. You was born there, your people are there. You understand? We're going to get the understanding according to physical eyes, physical ears. We have a brother and sister who have lived there, was born there, and this way we don't care about the world spin. We're going to give it straight from Haiti, the people from Haiti. I need you to give me some of the experiences. Number one, what does the term mean, a man, in Haiti?
Well, usually like in the countryside, not much in Port-au-Prince or the city. It happens in the city also, but mostly in the countryside, in the village. Certain times you just cannot be out there. Like, let's say it's past midnight. It's like you have to be a man to be out there on the street around that time.
What do you mean be a man? Because in America you turn a man at 21.
No, it's not like that. You have to have a lot of you have to know a lot. On a voodoo point of view, you have to know a lot of spirit. You have to be dealing with a lot of spirit stuff. You have, in a sense, it's like saying, if you don't know anything about any spiritual stuff, like spirit stuff, don't be with me, because at some point I won't be able to help you. Sometimes you see people turning into different, even they just turn themselves into different stuff, like animals or anything like that, just to protect themselves.
I don't want this to go over someone's head. What you're saying is being a man is someone that's actually dealing with witchcraft on a high level, or sorcery on a high level.
Yes, you have to be.
So unless you a real man that can deal with witchcraft on a level, you shouldn't be out past 12 midnight.
Right, certain villages, certain areas, you shouldn't be out there. Otherwise, you'd probably be killed in a few days. You'd probably end up dead. Because that's just how it's like. You just have to be, if it's past midnight, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, those type of hours, you shouldn't be out there. It's like it's on your own risk.
And at this hour, you have people that actually turn themselves to animals.
They can turn themselves into anything that they want to.
When you say anything, give me an example of what they can turn themselves into.
Chicken, pigs. Sometimes you can see a chicken with like 10 or 12 little, chickens, or donkey, and you can actually hear that donkey talk to you, and actually speak to you in certain.
So you've heard this stuff too, sister?
In a sense, you gotta be a man. Let's say if you're a man, you probably be able to go through or walk around the side or something. But if not, then it's real trouble for you.
Okay.
You might end up dead in a few days.
Okay.
If you ever get in contact with them or something, that usually happens.
Okay. Now, in order for them to get this particular types of powers, they have to be dealing with some sort of gods. So you were also talking about how they pay tribute or subject to certain gods but allow them to become men. And this comes from generation to generation, and it's passed down. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Are these Christians that are practicing this witchcraft or magic?
Well,
what is it saying there?
They have a saying that it goes like this. 80% of the people are Catholic, which is true.
80% is Catholic.
80% is Catholic, which is true. 100% Christian and 100% Voodoo. So at any point, they could be a Christian person, but at any point something happened to them, they just go straight back to that voodooism, type of stuff. They just go right back into it. And let's say something happens to their kids or whatever, they want to know what happened. They go to a voodoo priest trying to find out what happened to that kid. And then after a while, if everything is okay, they just go right back to church.
They go to a voodoo priest.
To a voodoo
Just say
priest.
something bad happened to their kid. Someone did something to them.
Yes.
Or their child. Even though they're a Christian, they will immediately seek a voodoo priest to find out who's doing what against their child.
Against their child. Yes, that happens a lot.
And that's mainstream society.
That happens a lot. But sometimes you find the true Christians do that. But true Christians, like a real true Christians, they don't usually do that. They go pray and do what they gotta do. Let's say, in their family they don't have any, voodooism background or anything like that. They just pray to the Most High. They just pray to God and, hope that God deliver them. But those who are like, know certain things, they're not just going to just lay back. They're going to go straight to a voodoo priest or somebody who knows that type of stuff and then ask them, what's going on with my child?
Okay.